Hello, and welcome back to the intuition experiment. Your girl has been on hiatus. It has been a minute showed depuis I've sat down and recorded a video. Let me just see the light. She's attacking my face right now. Hello, sunlight. Trying to position myself accordingly. Here we are. We're going to do the thing. I've sat down before last week and tried to record this very video, and I could not get my message out. Why? I don't think I was ready to be honest with myself and admit that I was making excuses for not making this video. If I'm being truthful, which is sometimes hard to do, in reflection to internal dialogue, what we tell ourselves, if I'm being truthful with myself, and then as an expression, truthful with you, dear viewers. The reason that I was not sitting down and cranking out a video, a little update, a little like, hey, this is where things are at, was propelled forward by a sense of shame. I had blocked myself from speaking on it, from mentioning it, from reaching out, from saying anything on the topic because of disappointment, shame, going through a moment where faith has been feeling hard to come by. And it's wild because I had recently sat down and rewatched the last video that I left you with, the super hopeful, faithful, just bubbly Julie that was like, I'm about to strike out on adventure. And indeed she did. And with the weight of much unnecessary responsibility on my shoulders, the responsibility or burden that I put on myself of this massive undertaking of showing the world what is possible. I thought that, I would go and in this sweeping, grand, victorious moment of just like, wow, your girl is now a fucking millionaire. What? A crazy ass, penthouse condo? What? All within the span of a couple days? I thought that it was going to be this just massive victory, that I would be able to show the world, the possibilities, that the weight of showing that, intuition and spirit guides and belief and faith, that all of these things are real, that my family would come to believe, and that they would be more receptive to the idea of the law of attraction and just really moving things in your life and becoming like a grand creator of your own existence. All of these things were on my shoulders when I set out, on this adventure, thinking that I can be an inspiration and I will just show them by faith and sheer faith alone that I will step out and just listen to the call of my soul and la tida. I've been thinking a little bit, a lot. When do I not think so much? So much thinking. Thinking to the point where it's like, wow, Julie, you were harming yourself. Can you relax a little bit? Drink some water, go for a walk. That's what I've been doing. But things did not go as planned. This ray of light. I am a ray of light. Thank you. One day I will get lighting proper. Today's not the day. I digress. So I won't give you at this very moment I will give it a brief overview of what's been going on and not a play-by-play. Does that make sense? Okay. So, as I've already alluded to, things did not go as planned. I have been thinking that the idea or the notion of unshakable, unmovable faith is kind of bullshit. I don't know. That faith has it ebb and flows, that there are moments of just where it feels so full and so complete, and then we are moved into a next season in our lives, something that we have yet to face. This new challenge, this new obstacle, a moment for growth, for sure, to be clear, but one in which our faith is tested. And there will be moments, at least for me right now, and I'm still learning, and I will be eternally learning. I suspect it would be practically criminal to not be expansive and learning for the entirety of my earthly existence. But man, my faith has been tested. Because when I thought I was being moved into a season of prosperity, an immediate season of prosperity, because I sit here now kind of regaining my composure, feeling better on all fronts, but that immediate season of prosperity turned into an essential step in more releasing. I say this because the particular set of circumstances that I ended up stepping into began calling into question all of the relationships that were left in my life. And there were not many, but this is in particular regards to family. And finding myself in a difficult moment where I was struggling spiritually, mentally, even in the physical realm. Like, I was just desperately struggling. And the relationships that intuitively I was already questioning, it was kind of already under the microscope for months and months and months. But I was like, nah, that's family. And there's not many family members that I'm in contact or communication with. So I'm just going to hang on to these few ones. And a moment of intense struggle. I don't am I going to say that? In a moment of need. It became a moment of There's a moments and moments and moments. It was a moment of reckoning for me to see what the relationships in my life brought to the table. The relationships that I was still hanging on to with people that are unwilling or unable to do the work on themselves, and how long-standing cycles of toxicity bleed into everything around them. How energetically dense or low vibrational some of these relationships were, and how it would impact me, how it felt unsafe to be me in their presence, and just at ease to feel on guard, as if I lacked the freedom to speak or move, in fear that I would be cast aside. There is this cycle of, I'm not going to get into all the tea today, sis. But I think that the thing is that, what was called into question is all these other relationships that I was harboring, that with people that I really wanted things to work out with. But it was still with people who made me feel that I was hard to love. That in some way I was too big. I was too weird, too just out there, black sheep, doing my own thing, but that it was a bad thing. And in a moment of need where I asked for assistance, and I was in need of assistance. All of these relationships came to light, and I had to decide that even in a moment that seemed desperate, that seemed like there was no way out, that I deserved to be loved wholly and entirely, that I deserved to be seen, that I deserved to feel comfortable. And what was I going to do, even in my absolute lowest point? And like, whoa, I hadn't been that low in a long time. Like, things got real messy. Even in that moment, what did I deserve? And I chose myself. And that was a bitter pill to swallow. A necessary one, and I could see it. And yeah, if I'm being frank, if I'm being honest, I knew that it was coming for a long time. But it was finally the moment that was highlighted that, like, Julie, if you want to continue moving forward, you gotta release. Yeah, like, we hear this all the time in the spiritual community. You have to release things that do not serve you. I've been releasing. I have been releasing. And honestly, there have been days that I've been so caught up mentally in worry, in angst, in thinking like, I have just ruined my life. Not only that, but I had this big project that I was like recording these videos, and now I've like humiliated myself, and now no one's gonna believe me. I was just straight up a couple of weeks ago, just so angry, so like distraught, ready to throw in the towel spiritually, just emotionally, just to full on temper tantrum status. Like, well, I'm done. I guess I'm just gonna live a stupid little normal life and just be boring and just work a boring little job that I hate and never do anything. Like, the girl was in a state. And like literally every day since that moment, and like full disclosure, like I was in a situation where I was like looking up homeless shelters, contacting homeless shelters. Yeah, do you have any space? Because your girl's in trouble. There was no space. It was a little dumpster fire moment. So I've spent every day since then trying to recover, step back into my power, accept that that was a moment that was necessary in order to get me to the next stage, the next phase, that it is in my favor, that everything is always working out to my highest and greatest good. And some days it's so much harder to hang on to that degree of faith. I have to actively do things and pursue things that make me feel good, that make me feel high vibe. I'm right close to the water. We go walk beside the water. We're out in nature. Just things that feel like a breath of fresh air so that I am able to concentrate and focus and direct my energy where it needs to go, instead of burying myself under the weight of worry and shame and burden and limitation. Because it's easy to do. Once you start, just boom, 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 it's like hard to breathe. So does that answer any questions? Did anyone have any questions, class? Raise your hands. Person in the back? No? Okay. Like, we need to, Seabiscuit, get back on the saddle, get back in the saddle, on it, in it, on it. We're in it and on it. All day, every day. I just needed to sit back down in front of my camera, in front of my little phone, in front of my little ray of sunshine, and, like, start making videos again. Like, I'll fill you in, I'll fill you in more, for sure. That's what I'm trying to say. But for the moment, this is just like, I'm dipping my little toes back into the waters of YouTube video making. Boom. So that has been the season of my life since last you saw me that I was going through. More releasing, like, sweet baby Jesus. Can I be done releasing? Is that, for now? At least? Can we negotiate? Probably not. But anyways, I'm in a better state now, and I will fill you in more and more about like what's been going on, what is going on, mindset, giggity giggity, ha ha ha, hee hee hee, all of that. But for the time being, love you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hope you have a lovely day, and I am going to be damn sure to make another video again soon.